Jimmy Brown, I think, if not the greatest, certainly in the top 3, 4, 5 greatest running backs in NFL history. I would say at the top. He retired at the peak of his career. He went into acting. He was a great actor. I remember him from The Dirty Dozen. Just unbelievable. And he was a civil rights activist. Still is. And he went into the tough neighborhoods all over the country, particularly L.A. I remember those days. Now, I want you to hear Jimmy Brown, again, talking about the national anthem and taking a knee and what he thinks of President Trump. Go.
Well, our church, and hey, man, it's very confusing, JT. It's hard to know the good guys and the bad guys. I should be criticizing Trump on every level because he does certain things that cause for criticism. But when I look at television and I see all of these announcers become experts and they're pointing their fingers and they're not doing the doggone thing but pointing their fingers, I find myself really pulling for the president. Now, that will make me very unpopular in the black community, very unpopular with a lot of Americans. But I think that there are certain good things that are coming out of this presidency because we've never seen anything like it. I mean, there's confusion. A lot of people are retiring. A lot of people are giving their opinions. And we have to really dig deep down inside to come up with the right kind of an answer. But here's my answer to all who wants to criticize me that I'm a good American. I believe that I have to work on myself first to be as good a person as I can be, to back up my country in the best way I know how. And the second situation, I should be helpful to those people who need help, that don't have life as good as I have it. And if I do those two things, then I think I'm making my contribution.
What a class act. Jim Brown, what a class act. And by the way, my second favorite movie, Patton, The Dirty Dozen. My first favorite movie was Patton. We miss our buddy Clint Walker, who was in that movie too, who passed away not too long ago. Was a great friend of the program. Clint Walker was, as you know, we brought him on many times. These old-timers, man, they know. And then there's Beto O'Rourke, I want to remind you. You heard Jim Brown. Now listen to this man trash law enforcement. Here's the thing to me. You have an illegal immigrant, an alien, who murdered a 20-year-old, beautiful, young college student, an American citizen. If he wasn't here, she'd be alive. And you hear these people all over television, particularly the usual cable channels, going on and on that you cannot make a broad-based statement based on that murder. Well, I can make the statement that but for that illegal alien, that young woman would be alive. That horror wouldn't have occurred. One less murder. But then, out of all the police officers in this country, all law enforcement at every level in every area of the world, every area of the country, if you have a bad cop that makes a bad shooting, then all the cops are bad. Have you noticed that? The same people who say you can't make generalizations are happy to make generalizations. They trash the cops. They trash the local police departments. We have to nationalize them. We need to get the civil rights guys in there, and on and on and on. The cops stink. There's your Beto O'Rourke, Texas. He's exposed himself. He's a left-wing hack. And he talks like it when he doesn't think you're listening. Yahoo Sports is promoting what he said. And so I will too. Play it again, Mr. Producer.
Peaceful, nonviolent protests, including taking a knee at a football game to point out that black men, unarmed, black teenagers, unarmed, and black children, unarmed, are being killed at a frightening level right now, including by members of law enforcement.
This is so outrageous. So outrageous. When you think about what's going on in our inner cities, in Chicago, every weekend, people are looking at the toll. They expect a toll. Oh, 67 shot. Oh, 70 shot. Oh, 50 shot. Now let's attack the cops. We have huge problems in our inner cities with black-on-black crime, particularly these gangs. They're slaughtering people in their communities. They're slaughtering people in their communities. You don't do them any good to pretend otherwise. But O'Rourke isn't going to talk about that. No. Attack the cops and get the votes. Unbelievable that this guy actually has a shot at this. Go ahead.
Accountability and without justice. And this problem, as grave as it is not going to fix itself. And they're frustrated, frankly, with people like me and those in positions of public trust and power who have been unable to resolve this or bring justice for what has been done and to stop it from continuing to happen in this country. And so nonviolently, peacefully, while the eyes of this country are...
Shut up, you idiot. Texas, don't send this idiot to the United States Senate, please. Oh, yes. And they play the music in the background like it's patriotic. Taking a knee, especially all the cops are killing all the innocent people, including young people, teenagers, and babies. You want more of that? We get enough of that from Kamala Harris. We get enough of that from Elizabeth Warren. We get enough of that from Cory Booker. We get enough of that from Bernie Sanders. For crying out loud. We're going to get that from Texas? You know, some people, particularly in the Republican Party, they don't get it. Do you know what I would do if I could vote for Ted Cruz in the state of Virginia? What an opportunity that would be for conservatives like me.